Welcome to the world united. Yeah. Welcome to the world united.
What was your idea when you formed the World United? What is the basis of it, and what are your intentions from the World United?
That was in the year 2004. I was a forced bachelor. I was in surgical practice, active surgical practice. My wife went to her native place, and I was all alone. In a family, I feel that at least 1 month in a year, the wife and husband should not stay with each other. At least, at least 1 month, maybe more, if it is possible. That's the time when you actually start working on yourself. There will be a lot of space for you to catch hold of you. So what has been lost will be regained when you are all alone. In the word alone, there is a word called all in one.
Oh, different perspective. All right.
So aloneness for me is very important. Like I told, inner ease is very important in the path of spirituality. Aloneness is very, very important. Aloneness is not loneliness. Aloneness means all in one. You getting centered. So I was all alone. That is all in one, the point of time. And the consciousness of Mahavatar Babaji, with whom I had an encounter in 1998, first encounter. He revealed in the form of a feeling, a gut feeling, a very strong hunch. Start the world united. I didn't understand. Really, I didn't understand anything. But I know the thrust of the message. A message from the master is always full. It touches your core. It happened to me in such a way that I was in active surgical practice. Nobody closes the hospital just like that. It is not possible. So difficult. 2004, I moved from my place of surgical practice to completely to Hyderabad. I moved. And I wanted to spend leisure time, not full-time surgical practice, leisure time. I joined as a consultant to one good hospital with minimal number of hours, pondering and trying to incubate on that idea. 2007, I initiated the event called as the first National Conference on Spiritual Science. That was on 29th November 2007. 1 year later, I came to know 30th November 2007. 1 year later, I came to know that was celebrated as the birthday of Mahavatar Babaji. It was a coincidence. And there was so many things happened around that event. Many things happened. For the first time, I met Swami Vedabharati. For the first time, he came to Hyderabad in his life. Once the event was over, Swami Vedabharati asked me, "Can you book a cab? I want to visit Charminar." So, a man of that caliber, person of that caliber asked me to arrange a cab to Charminar. So, how can I say no? Yeah, yes, sir, please. So he said, "Today, 8 p.m. we'll meet." So I went to the hotel where he was put up 10 minutes before. I was waiting for him. We sat. My first question was, sir, how is Charminar? He became intense, closed his eyes, and told, I meditated under Charminar. The goosebumps started on me. I was waiting. He was delivering some message, important message. He told me that Swami Rama used to tell him many times, when you visit Hyderabad, you meditate under Charminar. I said, why? What is there under Charminar? There is a big Sri Chakra, very powerful Sri Chakra, between these four pillars of Charminar. Exactly. The Vastu architects of Nizam those days selected exactly that spot. It was once a Lakshmi temple. And constructed the Charminar exactly on the Sri Chakra. And that was umbilical point of Hyderabad. The Nizam governance moved from Golconda to Hyderabad. And that was umbilical point, the center of the city. He changed the city because of increased population in Golconda. So surprising it was. Okay, these are all. What happened? Then I conceived the idea of World Parliament on Spirituality in 2007. Slowly, the unfolding process of the idea of the World United started emerging. In the world, as you asked this now, the difference between religion and spirituality, as is this religious fundamentalism, so is the spiritual fundamentalism as well. When two members of different diverse organizations meet, they talk not about their wisdom. They talk about the leelas of their gurus, the greatness of their gurus, how they are different from each other by way of techniques, all these things they talk. They don't share about what they discovered in the form of their wisdom. That I call it as spiritual fundamentalism. A branded spiritual seeker. There is no brands in spiritual wisdom. So, birds of same feather flocking together, we all know. But birds of different feathers, different paths, different types of wisdom, different linguistic and cultural backgrounds, and different in every way, flocking together is very difficult. We always need a reason or a cause to get identified with each other. But spirituality as awakening, inner awakening, spirituality as wisdom, becoming a point of connecting people, bringing the element of togetherness, activating the feeling of oneness and brotherhood. That is always difficult practically. And if two masters meet or two leaders meet, spiritual leaders in any event, their handshakes are always with a clenched fist. Shaking hands with a clenched fist. That's what is happening.
Why?
Because they identify how different I am with him, how different they are with me.
Okay.
We don't work on similarities. We don't work on common agendas. We always focus how dissimilar we are.
Very interesting. Okay.
Even for political leaders, if you see, who are no mundane life, I'm sorry if I'm using political leaders, but fact is, political leaders are generally treated world over as, people of great selfishness, people who are masters of exploitation. All these elements come into the mind when somebody is called as politician. This is a common trend present days. But when a situation strikes in such a way that it is so demanding to get together, work together, get united, the coalition governments are being formed across the world. They are able to manage the coalition. But why spiritual coalition is not being manageable? What is the problem? These are all wise people, right? Very wise people, respected. They are deities. They are the human gods for many students. But still, they won't form the spiritual coalition because they want to be present themselves as a brick not as a cement. The World United wants to work like a cement, uniting all the bricks. We don't want a separate agenda. We don't want to expose. I'm not interested to create another cult. Already the world is full of cults, organizations, separative consciousness in the form of different ways, diverse spiritual organizations. I'm not interested in a separate cult. I'm not interested in making any followers. Absolutely not interested. I want to see, I'm visualizing a cementum, a spiritual cementum, adhering all the thoughts, adhering of various organizations, teachers, leaders, everything related to spirituality. That is what is called the World United. And we are working as per our capacities and interests, inclinations.